But that's funny that you say that about mindset and listening to positivity, because the strangest thing that I've seen people actually go to orientation, be pumped up, go to orientation with a company, and then there's some guy in there that talks them out of their own, like another driver in orientation will talk them out of, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Oh man, I'm getting on the bus, I'm going home. Like what?
Right. Have them jumping off a bridge. He's down there on the news, jumping off a bridge.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's horrible, man. And a lot of those guys that give the negative, a lot of the guys that are saying the negative stuff, they don't even know how to make money yet. You have to learn. Go ahead.
Is it charging?
Oh, let me see if it's charging. I have to see.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's not. We're about to die here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on. We're trying to plug this in. Yeah, that's one thing that with me going through my divorce and being in the trucking a long time, it was okay. It's charging now. I was really I met my wife at the right time, man, because I was not in a good place, man. I went through a divorce. I lost my kids. I couldn't get my kids because I worked over the road for the last 15 years, and there was no way I could have kids working over the road. And with the state of Florida, you couldn't lose any money. If I took another job to be home, I couldn't lose any income. If I lost any income, they would say that's taken away from the kids, and they wouldn't let me have my kids, and I was just in a really bad place. I was like depressed. My kids were with my ex-wife, and my money started going down, and I was just didn't care about nothing, and then I met her. She's so damn positive, man. Then I had something to work for again, and that's what we were saying. You really need a good partner, man. You really have to, like if you, like with your business that you're doing now, if you had your spouse and she's like, oh, you don't want to do that. You ain't gonna make no money doing that. Ain't nobody want to listen to you. Right. If you have that going for you,
no.
That's tough, man. And then a lot of guys don't trust their wives. They come to school and they're hearing negative stuff, and they don't trust their girlfriend, and their girlfriend ain't picking up the phone, and they're on. And I tell them, man, if you can't trust your girl, man, you either need to go home or just quit. This ain't the job for you, man. No. If you don't trust your wife where you can't talk to her for a day and a half, this ain't it. This ain't the business for you, man. But you can make a lot of money at this, and my two boys do it. My oldest son, he just turned 29. He's been driving since he was 22. My youngest son, he's been driving for 2 years now. He's 25. 3 years. He's been driving 3 years. Everybody's telling him he's stupid. He needs to quit his job, and they think, oh, you can't make no money at that. But they just him and his wife just got a $700,000 house with a swimming pool in it. And, and all he hears is negative stuff. And I was telling his wife, I'm like, you're not going to hear no positive, man. Nobody's going to tell you nothing positive. And that's another thing too, as far as mindset. I tell them, when you come to trucking, you're going to have more people with the 80-20. I talk about that 80-20 all the time. And just like if you start your iPod, I call them iPod shows. I forget what they are. Podcast. I said there's more people. There's more people that are hoping you don't make it than there's people that are hoping you make it.
This is true.
You know what I mean? And I told my wife that even in your family, even in your closest group, there's more people that are hoping you lose that nice car that you just got. Oh, they're going to lose it. I can't wait till they can't pay it, and they get it repoed. oh, they're going to lose that house. There's more people that want you to lose your house or lose your car or lose your job than people that want you to do well.
This is true.
But so you think about that, and that's what I would talk to my students about. And they used to call me in meetings at work, and they want to videotape me and say, what are you saying to your students? You know, what are you saying? Because your students are like our top performers. And what are you doing? What are you saying? And I'm like, well, you don't really want to know what I'm saying, because a lot of times I tell them all the crap. You know, I tell them nobody likes you, nobody cares, nobody wants you to make it. You know, you got to do it yourself. You know, you got to stay positive. Nobody's going to tell you nothing good. You know, and trucking, I used to say trucking is one of the best industries that it's almost like sports. It's not racist. It's not, they don't care if you're black, white, if you're a lesbian, if you like men. If you do a good job, they don't see you. They see a truck, you're a number on the screen. So if you're doing well, they're going to give you the person that's doing good, that's on time, that's not late, that's early, they know that shows up on a screen. It don't show that you're a black lady that likes women, you know, or a man that like, they don't see that. So it's one of the industries out there that's so, it's not discriminatory. You can't blame it on nothing, you know, racist or nothing like that.
It's your driving record and your history, right? It's
they
your history.
see it on the score. So, and it doesn't say that you've been driving for 55 years or 30 years or 20 years. It shows in the last 90 days, you've been this on time, you've been early, you delivered, you know, and it's the industry that you can start out the fastest. Like you're new, and within 90 days, you can be one of their top producers.
This is true. And I tell people that, and you don't have to go into $40,000 in college debt, and you can earn money.
Right. We have a pharmacist, one of our pharmacist friends. He like sees the money we make and stuff, and my sons, and they're rolling around. Looks like they're rolling around and can't, like their friends are like, you're driving for the cartel, man. You ain't making you drive for the cartel. And our pharmacist guy, he's like, man, you guys make money. He was, all I had to do was go drive a truck. I didn't have to do all that school.
Right.
That's what I told, and I would tell my students too. I'm like, man, don't get it. You said one of the questions you were saying is what's the concept or something you'd want to change about trucking?
Right. What's something about the industry that you see, or the perception in the industry that you perception? Hey, I want to change this about what you think about.
That was the biggest thing that I would tell the new drivers that I got. I'm like, the perception of this industry is truck drivers, they're dirty. Most people think you don't make money. The ones that think you're making money think you're millionaires, you know, but most people, you're dirty, you're stupid, you didn't graduate, you don't have an education, you dropped out of school, you know,
got a felony.
And right. And I told him, I said, this industry, the way that if you handle it properly, you should be coming to this truck in a suit with a briefcase. With some expensive ass shoes. I said, I used to manage jewelry stores.
Okay.
And the jewelry stores, there's good money in that, in sales and management.
Yeah, I used to work.
I used to do that. And I used to wear, and I was in my 20s, 19 and 20. I would buy $600-700 suits, nice ass shoes. I couldn't afford that shit. I wasn't making that much money. But the perception, I want a professional coming in.
Right.
And I'm like, and I said, I know industries in the mortgage business I was in. I had a mortgage business company. And I said, none of those guys make what you can make driving truck. Like we should really be in ties, cleaned up, cut up, suit, briefcase. This is a serious job, man. This is a serious job. You can make serious money. And you need to treat it that way. That's the way you need to treat it. And if you do that, you will make money. you will succeed. You will go up because it's the numbers. You're a number on a screen in the trucking industry. And if you're there, you're on time, they can count on you. They'll start calling you, taking people off of loads, putting them on you because this guy's been late 19 times and you've never been late. And they're about to lose this customer. And you'll get to where you'll be crying to get some sleep. Please let me sleep. You know, please let me sleep. And it takes 90 days in the trucking industry. It takes 90 days to set that level where you pop up on that screen and you're like one of their top drivers.